Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second game of the day between Orange Esports and GlassySky. And it looks like it's going to be a quick B hit from GlassySky. It is their map pick. This is Mirage. And yep, site has been won. The first frag goes the way of GlassySky. Olivia picking up the kill onto the defender there, which is Adrian. But he's playing with the name Enable. Yeah, one row picking up the kill onto Meryl's. It's down to a 4v3 retake situation. Two players playing in market. One row tapping away, trying to get the kill, but unfortunately not landing a single shot. Now forced into a reload. 7-8-9. Again, everybody's missing their shots, but there we go. Fast kills coming in across the board. First round going GlassySky's way. It's 1-0 to GlassySky. This is their map pick, so I'm expecting them to be a force to be reckoned with. There we go, Orange Esports straight up first, like without even a second's hesitation, go for the force buy. It's 5 deagles, 4 sets of armor, no head armor on anyone except one row. And well, these deagles can be devastating, but that MAC-10 can really come into play, especially those UMPs and the MAC-10. Without the head armor, they can literally be chewing through the enemy. And there we see the first kill going on GlassySky's way. 7-8-9, getting the kill onto Taz, picking up that deagle. And yeah, Adrian, or Enable, as he's choosing to call it, I guess. Enable, yeah. But yeah, Kuntz picks up the kill on Enable. What a shot. Divide there with a sublime Juan Deeg, but then Olivia returning the favor, decapitating him in return. Down to a 3v2. It's a pretty sloppy anti-eco in my opinion, but they have managed to keep all the rifles that they've bought up in place still. And 7-8-9 still tapping away. Youngway really low on health. Down to 18 HP, and there we go, Olivia ending Youngway's misery. Putting to bed second round in a row for GlassySky. That was an anti-eco, so shouldn't be a surprise that the round went their way, but then losing 2 guns, admittedly they were SMGs. They can look to build up all that money again this round with the SMG buy-up, if they choose to go balls to the wall YOLO rushing in like they've been doing for the past 2 rounds. And yeah, J9 straight up rushing up mid with a USP. Does not spot the guy playing connector. Doesn't matter, J9 and Meryl's getting the kills. And there we see Taz tapping away. But Enable here has been boosted up into Ninja Spot. Will they spot him? Kunz doesn't seem to spot him. And there we go, bomb gets down. But then, yeah, there we see 7-8-9 cleaning out that round. And still managing to recover that AK-47. All 3 rifles kept alive there. Although Kunz did go down. Also, yeah, this is not Taz from Virtus Pro. This is Taz from, well, Orange. The Asian Taz. Not the Polish one. Yeah, mid control being taken there, trying to be taken there by GlassySky, but that gets shut down. One row with the quick kill onto Meryl's. Meryl's spraying his way through smoke. They tried to get mid control, but that quick aggression from Sniper Nest there, shutting it down, and now they've been pushed back and slowing things down a little bit, trying to retain that map control that they lost with that frag onto Meryl's there. Yeah, man advantage to the CTs. They should not be looking to throw it away. Pretty light on the utility there, not much in terms of smokes or molotovs. Plenty of flashes, but no kits. That's a problem. If the bomb does go down, they have to really hurry up and get the kills. And Devi gonna see some action right now. Kunz peeking connected with the bomb, that too. That is ill-advised. But yeah, J789 has made his way onto the bomb site, and it's fairly undetected. Ooh, gets spotted out by the player playing CT. Spots the rifle of the gun. Gets the first kill, but Devi playing absolutely a crucial role, but all of a sudden the frag's going GlassySky's way, and it's down to a 1v2 clutch. Can Enable do it? He is playing B shot. I think he did get spotted out by the player planting right now. And Enable, oh yeah, that flashbang catching him square in the face. He's doing a very good Helen Keller impression there. And makes his way on the stairs. He's clearing out the corners, checking the usual suspects, but unfortunately Olivia, he's having none of that. He peeks CT and ends Enable's hopes and dreams of getting that defuse. And it's not like he had much time to work with either. As I stated, there were no kits on the CT side, no kits whatsoever, so he had to hurry. He had to do it on the double, and it's never good to rush these things. Oh, aggressive play coming out underpass here from Devi. Unfortunately, he's not going to see anything, but that's a lot of information gained for the CTs, especially when playing pistols. They would like to stack a bomb site as soon as possible. And yeah, a lot of mid control and mid control gain, but they've lost that over by the B apps. So map control still in favor of the CTs, but that's not saying much because the weapons advantage lies squarely with the aggressing Ts, and they're going to come pouring onto the A bomb site. There we go, Youngway, first one to fall. And there's Kunz getting the kill onto Enable, who was pushing up jungle. And there we go, one row falling to Olivia. And J9 getting the kill on Taz. He did hear Divide, missing the no-scope and does get sprayed down by that P250. Just tapper away. And Kunz cleaning things up. That is J9, by the way. Is it? No, it's not J9, someone else. KNTZ. Thank you, Observer. Thank you. My Observer does like his practical jokes there. Another gun round coming in from Orange Esports. Their CT side has been quite abysmal so far. No real cohesion, and Youngway changing things up, taking the op, getting the aggressive peek in mid from B short. Needs to be careful though. There is one person, no problem. They're going to be just YOLOing out A. And the two players there waiting, watching A ramp with Hawkeyes. Oh, in the meantime, J9 gets tagged down to 15 health. Divide that Molotov, not going to do jack shit. One row getting decapitated there by Olivia, and J9 just getting caught in the crossfire between Divide and Taz. Doesn't matter, Olivia is there to clean things up. Youngway in the meantime does spot bomb out. Meryl's praying and praying through those boxes, but unable to land the kill. It's down to a 2v2, but Olivia is internally beating. It's in 10 points of health. There we go, instantly taken down. Bomb still hasn't gone down, and they're playing this perfectly here, Orange Esports. They're waiting for the bomb to go down. There's still 40 seconds on the clock, so there's enough time for Meryl's here to play with. He needs to isolate these 1v1s and try and get the advantage in his favor, but I don't think they're interested in giving up the 1v1s. Nope, already tagged down to 18 points of health now. He's fakes plant again. He's trying to bait out the 1v1s from the CTs, but they're not having any of it. They're playing this very smart and trying to spam his way through smoke their Enable. Yep, finally does manage to land the kill. First round goes Orange Esports' way. But yeah, the money is still looking pretty dire, I think, on Orange Esports. They did lose 3 people there, so yeah, there we go. The cool shades, the aviators. Still a decent buy coming in from Orange Esports. They do manage to get rifles, but I think a miss by one row left there with no armor. That miss by of the FAMAS there proving to be a pain in the butt. And the buy on GlassySky couldn't be a farther picture from what Orange Esports have managed to cobble together. And again, very heavy mid presence coming out from GlassySky straight off the bat. There's no one playing underpass, so there's no crossfire being set up here. They just want to brute force their way into mid. 3 players just bunched up by high mid behind the boxes right now. And over on the CT side, it's a very default layout that they're playing. Finally, the 3 players do make their way onto the A bomb site. Divide there, playing by Firebox, just not interested in taking any peeks. He's watching Palace there like a hawk, but Youngway needs to be careful. Oh, his butt does get spotted while crossing. And in the meantime, Divide finally gets the kill onto Olivia. Oh, you missed the shot, Youngway. You really cannot afford to miss those. And yeah, there we go. Kunz and 789 evening things out, down to a 3v3 bomb. Going to make its way, looks like it's going to make its way onto the A bomb site. But we still have Divide playing under Palace, and they don't check this. It's going to be a problem. And one row is there in the form of backup, but Divide need no backup. That's a very quick 4K coming in from him. Absolutely essential. Second round on the board for Orange Esports. And what's even more crucial is that they managed to keep 3 rifles alive. So that means they can actually go into this round with all the utility, all the nades and armor that they can hope for. And that's exactly what we see. Over on the flip side, GlassySky is running their nest egg very low. As you can see, that their utilities are pretty sparse. And yeah, if they lose this round, they're pretty much broken. yet again, we see that aggressive mid play. Just still, no one playing underpass. As here in prime position to get the drop onto the aggressing GlassySky players. Unfortunately, not able to land a single kill. Enable getting burnt out of his position, getting burnt alive, and J9 ending his misery. J9 doesn't stop there either. Gets the kill onto OneRo. There's a beautiful headshot coming out from J9 as well. Again and again, and leaving Youngway in a very sticky situation, getting tagged through smoke. It's down to a 4v2 retake, and yeah, the call for the save does go out. There's no point losing these rifles. You need to save these rifles. Your money isn't that good yet, and they're gonna get reset this time. Orange Esports. Looks like it's gonna be 6 rounds on the board for GlassySky. Pretty decent start to the map, and yeah, they are completely broke, absolutely broke. That is looking worse than my bank balance, and that is something. Oh, unfortunately, 789 caught with his pants down, running with a knife out, and Youngway there to punish him. Six rounds to 2. And as is the case with Asian Counter-Strike, what is eco, what is saving? Force buy immediately comes out, and it's a pretty decent force buy they've managed to cobble together because of those 2 rifles saved. There's kits, armors, nades across the board. They can do this if they just hit their shots here, Orange Esports. And finally, we see some underpass presence here from GlassySky coming out, but it looks like it's going to be a B play. They're not messing around. They're going straight for the bomb sites. They're not really... There's not much tactical depth to this approach. They're like, okay, we have 3 players mid, we'll go mid to A. We have 3 players apartments, we'll just bum rush B. And we'll leave 1 player lurking just to draw out the, rotations. And I don't think they need to be tactical when they're hitting all their shots. There we see Olivia Punts and J9 getting the entry picks, and Youngway trying to spray his way through the boxes, but Merrill's had his number, and leaving OneRo again in a very sticky situation where he needs to save his rifle. But the question is, will he be allowed to? And by the looks of things, I don't think they're going to let him save this gun. Merrill's already zeroing in on his position, but unable to land the kill, but tags him down to 13 points of health. Now they know exactly where OneRo is playing from. So it's looking ever so unlikely that he will be allowed to save the M4. And there we see 2 players, 3 players, all converging on his position like a flock of angry bees. And this is going to get really bad for OneRo. Will they spot him out? Oh yes, finally Olivia does spot out OneRo, and that's the rifle taken out. And nothing, no save, and now it's going to be a full eco. It has to be a hard eco. Except Enable and OneRo have already bought up P250s. Very fast plays coming in from GlassySky, and it's working out for them. They're catching Orange round after round with their pants down. Then it seems like Orange have no answer for the aggression that GlassySky are bringing to the table right now. So there we see, again, instant mid control. There's very little contesting of any sort going on. And it's not just because they have pistols. Even on buy rounds, very little contesting. Very good crossfire there again. Olivia getting the kill onto Youngway, but 789 popping out of ARAM, getting the kill onto the aggressing opponent there. And J9 tapping away with the UMP, trying to get farmed that dirty SMG money. Already has 2 kills to his name. Ooh, what a shot there from Enable. That puts an end to J9's shenanigans. There we go. Where J9 left off, 789 comes and picks it right up. Eight rounds on the T side for GlassySky. This is clearly evident why it's their map pick. They've been a force utterly dominant. And there we see going straight, streaming out on the A bomb side, but Divide there proving to be a rock, getting a quick 3K, finally getting put down by Merrills, down to a 2v4. Orange Esports should not be squandering such a huge man advantage. And yep, Youngway also managing to make his way out of trouble there, taking a better position by Ticket Booth. And now the T's have slowed down. They have to slow down. I mean, they need to reevaluate the situation a bit better. Flashes and smokes going in, CP getting re-smoked, so that the bomb might make its way onto the bomb site. it's not like they can actually fall back either, because so much map control is in Orange Esports hands right now, because Glassy just didn't go for the map control play this round. They just went YOLOing out on A bomb site, and now that the smokes have dissipated, I doubt that the bomb will even be allowed to go down. And J9, they're missing his shots. You really gotta hit those. And yeah, Merrills gets one kill but does get taken down. It's down to a 1v3, and J9's put out of his misery. Yes, completely shut down. Op also recovered there, and 3 rifles saved. It's the ideal scenario for Orange Esports. Now they need to string a few rounds together, keeping as many people alive as possible. Otherwise, you know, the CT economy is already so hard to manage. It's a lot more expensive than the T economy. And you can clearly see that from the buys that are coming out. And yeah, this time around, GlassySky changing things up back to their default, as I'd like to call it. They've gone for the 3-men high-mid position, and Wanro tapping away through smoke. And they're already made their way up B short and going to be hitting B like a tsunami very, very soon. Youngway, though, is not going to have any of these shenanigans. Getting the kill on Merrills, bringing it down to a 5v4. And Wanro tagging, and Youngway again is not stopping. He's got 2 already, and Taz and Enable being a brick wall on this B bomb site. Finally help coming back in the form of Wanro. Good read from Orange Esports, keeping all 5 members alive. That really helps them build up their economy. And yeah, the money on GlassySky not looking good at all. A cobbled together by coming out. UMPs, 1 Tech 9, 2 AKs. A lot of utility, so that's there. You see, that's the thing, right? Because GlassySky are not going for any such a tactical approach, they're easy to read. They've done it so many times now that Orange Esports knew exactly what was up when that mid smoke went up. Oh, we seem to have lost game feed. They're back. And already made their way onto the A bomb set. 789 making a lot of noise here. J9 just walking out into the embrace of Wanro, who does get traded out by 789. But in the meantime, Devai and Youngway chiming in with kills of their own, bringing it down to a 4v2. Bomb is yet to go down. Bomb has been dropped at a very inconvenient location, but 789 gets the kill onto Taz. Is playing connector. Can he make it out though? Ooh, somehow does manage to make his way out. But the bomb, it is dropped in such an inconvenient position. And Olivia, you spotted out Enable there. Unfortunately not able to land the kill. But I think the bomb should go down now. 789, somehow they've managed to bring it back to a 2v2. Fake the bomb plant. It's a smart move. But both players are playing by CT, and it doesn't seem like they have an idea that both the players are there. And why should they? And there we go, down goes 789. Olivia getting the trade on to Devai, leaving Youngway in a 1v1 clutch with an op. Throwing that for the M4, wise decision. Olivia just toying with Youngway there, who's down to 2 HP. Oh, missing the no-scope, and Olivia clutching out the 1v1. What a messy round. And yeah, because they kept all 5 members alive in the previous round, Orange Esports can go into this round with a bye. But again, this is a must-win round for them. GlassySky winning out that round, getting the bomb down. They have money. But again, a must-win round for them as well. Whoever loses this round will get reset and will go into the final round of the half with anything but a favorable bye. There we see Glassy running that default again. 3 players by high mid. 1 by A ramp, 1 in palace. Devai being very aggressive there. Gets the first kill onto Olivia. And trades just aren't there yet. They've given up mid control. This is smart. They're letting them come onto the sites and playing passively, using, you know, the utility to their advantage here, Orange Esports. But yeah, the last round, I still don't understand how they could squander a 4v2 round advantage there. That was just very sloppy play from Orange Esports. And they're going to be walking into Wanro's crosshairs very soon over at the B bomb site. Ooh. Will that kill force? Nope. J9 getting taken out by Wanro. And they're not fooled yet. This is good. They haven't let off on the B defense, and Enable playing a very aggressive angle. But Wanro does get picked off. And J9 should have known where Enable was playing from, but unfortunately, I don't think that information was conveyed to him. And they know that Merrills has been lurking connector, so because he got that kill earlier in the round, and this is Not gonna end well for Meryl's. Nope, not at all. Youngway getting the drop on Meryl's. Orange Esports keeping 3 players alive. That means they can drop rifles for the remaining 2 players, and they can go into this final round with a pretty decent buy. On the flip side though, GlassySky's money is completely wrecked for the final round. 2 UMPs, 2 Tech 9s and 1 P250. That's all they have to work with. It looks like it's going to be a fast play. They can't afford to do anything else or anything more than what they, with the money they have. And that aggressive push up mid by Taz, going to give them a lot of information right about now. And yeah, 4 players. They're going to be walking into a meat grinder here at a 4 players from Orange Esports are just waiting here. And that Molotov is going to be delayed so much. And they also missed the stair smoke. That is just NA nades for you. NA nades. There we see Youngway getting the first kill, getting the second and the third. And Wanro picking up the third. Just a complete butchery here over by the A bomb side, leaving Olivia all alone. 1v5 clutch situation with nothing but a Tech 9. And there we see his mangled corpse resting and rotting in the sunlight. First half, GlassySky putting up a very decent and respectable score of 9 rounds on their T side. Bear in mind, this is GlassySky's map pick, and Mirage historically has been a very, very CT-sided map. So I'd say good job, GlassySky. 9 rounds on the T side, not shabby at all, and they won the first 5 rounds in a row. Managed to string together 3 more rounds, but towards the end of it, Orange Esports got their shit together and pulled in at least 6 rounds on their CT side. At the turn of the half, we have GlassySky, Meryl's running the kit and the smoke. Everyone else, 4 sets of armor, and USPs across the board. And over on Orange Esports, we see 2 people running utility, 3 sets of armor and Glocks all over. A smokes rain in, and yeah, I think they're sold on the fake because, yep. Olivia does get peels off from the B side, but doesn't matter. 789 there, getting the kill as Divide jumps out of B apps. And can GlassySky manage to pick up both pistols? Yep, 789 not done yet, getting 2 headshots, tapping away, almost lands the 3rd kill. And Taz on 13 points of health there, internally bleeding. 1 stiff breeze and he's down. Same with Enable, and he finally gets put down. Taz again, very low on HP, finally goes down. And is down to a 1v2, 1 row against 789 and Meryl's. And they don't know where he's coming from. So that he has that advantage. Does manage to pick up a Molotov, should throw it. And now he's given his position away. So this should be the round over. And there we go. Meryl decapitating 1 row. Getting the round for GlassySky. That's both pistols that have gone their way so far. Look at that, by 3 SMGs. They want to farm that dirty SMG money. And again, the force buy coming out immediately from Orange Esports. They're taking it slow, at least for now. It's not an all-out rush in B or 2B, as you would see in most matchmaking games. But yeah, they're patiently holding. Not giving up much in terms of sound cues or information. That smoke in mid could telegraph something. We see 789 just aggressively jump spotting. Oh, 1 row. Oh, I think Olivia might have spotted out the legs of 1 row there. And yeah, brings him down really low, and they come streaming out of the B bomb side. But J9 and Olivia just being a thorn in their side there. But wow, 2 quick kills, and the B site's there for the taking. Still haven't managed to recover the rifles. Yep, Enable finally managed to get one, but somehow the quick trades and the quick kills coming in, and now it's down to a 1v3 all of a sudden. But J9 is so low. He's literally a fart away from falling. But Meryl's has the HP and needs to get the kill, and there we go. Meryl's landing the headshot. And the useless, mangled corpse of 1 row resting by the barrels. Should look to retrieve that M4 though. Trying, unable to retrieve it, unfortunately. Nope, stuck in a dark crevice, too hard to reach. A full eco coming in from GlassySky, and they did some good economic damage to GlassySky, the Orange Esports, in the previous round. The op coming out immediately from J9. He's trained his sights over by mid, but it looks like it's going to be a fast A play here. And Hunt's completely blinded, but J9 getting the drop on the guy, dropping down from Palace. Merrills and J9 just farming up that dirty SMG money right now. Getting 2 kills. No, I think it's just 1 kill with the SMG itself from 789. The money's still good. This looks more or less to be a throw round from GlassySky. By that I mean they're not going to upgrade anything, because they already have like the AWP, the M4 and a FAMAS to go into this round. And the 2 UMPs, a very viable weapon in the current meta of Counter-Strike. The UMP. Valve, please fix. Playing very passive here, Orange Esports, anticipating a mid push that is never going to come, but it's still wisest to err on the side of caution and not throw caution to the wind and go barreling out mid without, waiting for that push to come. So yeah, rifles across the board. First buy round from Orange Esports. Let's see what they can do. If their CT side was any indication of how they're going to play their first gun round, it might not work out well. And yeah, smoke going in for Sniper Nest. And it seems to have focused a lot of attention towards the B bomb site, but it looks like it's going to be an A hit. The bomb is by A ramp, and there is a guy in Palace. And the other 2 are making their way from underpass towards. They should have heard this Kuntz. Divide, will you check the corner? No, he doesn't. Gets taken down immediately, but the trade does come out from 1 row. Kuntz getting taken down, but J9 there with the op. But again, instantly traded by Enable. And he should look to fall back because there's 2 players aggressing on his position already. It's down to a 3v3 retake scenario. And there is a gun in connector for 789 should he choose to pick it up. But he's going to spot crossing. And Youngway, can you make this jump? Oh, missing the jump and doing quite a bit of damage to yourself as well. But 789 should have heard it as well. And does land the kill. And J9 in the meantime does clean things out. And 789, instant flick headshot onto Enable. Like I said, if their first gun round on their CT side was any indication of how things were going to play out, they weren't good. That's exactly what happened. Again, reset coming in. 13 rounds to GlassySky to Orange Esports 6. Bear in mind, this is GlassySky's map pick, so you would expect them to be the dominant force on this map. But not so dominant. They've seen 789 opening things up, trying to land the second kill. Unable to do so, but then finally correcting his mistake. Putting down 2 players, and that's the mid presence completely obliterated. Leaving the 2 players on the A-bomb side, already getting spotted out there, enabled by 1 row, who will switch up his position and try to get that frag. Doing a little bit of damage, but that nade has the potential to do a lot of damage, and yup, enable brought down. Ooh, wow. Does manage to land that sweet 1D. But Taz now, all alone, with 8 points of health, a deagle and a dream, which will get shit on by Olivia. This has been a fairly one-sided affair in my opinion. GlassySky, by far the superior team on this map. And look at the money. Olivia sitting on $11,000 right now. Even J9 with 6,000. They have money for days. And Orange Esports need to string together 2 very quick rounds. And there we go. 1 row. Starting things off with the kill on to Kuntz. And that's exactly what they needed. Man advantage after a very long time for them. So they need to keep the man advantage. They shouldn't be throwing this away and should not be throwing caution to the wind. And yep. They're playing this cautiously. I like this. I like this change in pace from Orange Esports. They've tried the fast plays. They've tried the very slow plays. But now they're playing this perfectly, in my opinion. They've gotten the first pick, clearing out corners meticulously. Oh, J9 though. Too fast for Youngway. Too fast, son. And there we see Devai immediately falling back. He's not having any of that. And yeah, and I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to pronounce KNTZ. So I think it is cunts, but I'm not allowed. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I've been saying this for a very long time. So what can I do? It's KNTZ. Too long. During fast commentary. There we go. Enable jumping out into the welcoming arms of Merrills, who gets the second kill onto Taz as well. In the meantime, Devi has made his way out of connector in a 1v3 situation with an AK-47 and a dream, and that dream is not going to be very long-lived. There we go. Him humping triple boxes there. Very inappropriate for a family show. Taz. Oh no, that was Devi. Behave yourself. Behave. That's 15 rounds to GlassySky already. Map point, a lot of map points that too. Oh, J9 almost getting the kill onto Vonro. Now is gonna back away. This is the first map of a best of two, and it looks like, and there we go, 7-8-9 opening things up. Olivia getting the first kill, onto second kill and the third kill. It's a very quick click, and 7-8-9 coming to Olivia's rescue because he missed the third shot. And this is the first map of a best of two, and it looks like the first map is definitely going to go GlassySky's way. No matter how hard Vonro might try, he's in a 1v5 clutch situation with a UMP. And literally just one flashbang. And, you know, this is Mirage, and you never make that jump when you need to. That's what I have noticed. You will make it in the most random-ass matchmaking game when you have no business making it. But when it actually counts for something, you will never make that jump. There we go. Flirting with death there, Vonro. Olivia getting baited into the shot, but wisely falling back. Is not that spiffy on health at the moment. And there we go, Olivia getting the final kill. First map going the counter-terrorists way. That was Orange. GlassySky picking it up 16-6. That was a decimation. A complete demolition, as they say. Yep, I will join you for the second map very shortly. Do stand by.